Hello, twin flames. Welcome to your love message reading for April 2023. I want to get some really good insight this month because I've just been feeling like there's been this, sense of anticipation. I just been feeling like, I call them the bubbles, like the bubbles are returning. And I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, if you've ever felt that before. I literally just blew a spit bubble. Cool. Anyway, I really feel like there's a lot going on right now. And so I'm very interested in what message wants to come through for April for twin flames. So with that being said, if you don't already know me, my name is Andi. I'm still very new to YouTube, but I plan on sticking around, so stay with me. Like and comment below. I would actually really appreciate that. I love to hear people's stories, so if it resonates with you, please let me know. That makes me so excited. So okay, here we go. Let's get into it. So starting off with the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn. All my decks are cleared, shuffled, meditated on, brought in Archangel Michael for protection and wisdom and guidance. And anyone else who wants to join us, ancestors, guides, anyone here who would like to pay tribute to bring in guidance and messages and insight and new information. What is going on? What is the overall energy for April for twin flames? What is the overall energy for twin flames for the month of April? Overall energies, please. Overall energies. Month of April for twin flames. Okay, so 2 came out. We have first light, beginning a new cycle. This is something I've been feeling. We also have narrow pathway, so tread thoughtfully. So it feels to me like, ooh, I've got some shivers going on. In this new way of perhaps doing things, in the way of twin flames, it's, if you're on the journey and you're on the path and you've maybe been doing this for a while, you're aware that it's not exactly about a 3D union. Yes, that's such a bonus. And if you're in that union, then that's part of your journey together to bring love and enlightenment to the collective, showing us that way. But it feels like, there's a large group who are now becoming more aware and in tune that this particular journey is such an inward journey. And there's this path that perhaps we're on. I say me, I'm on a twin flame journey as well, which has been very inward, and there's been so much growth and so much. It's about learning unconditional love and what that truly means. And it's something that you have to discover for yourself. Nobody can just give you the words. And you may experience it in various ways to really hone that in. All I'm going to say is that it could hurt, but you're going to transmute that pain because into this pure joy. You may be crying because you're in pain, but you'll have this understanding that it's happiness, this joy, this peace that's inside of you. And I feel like there's a group who are understanding that and are on this different path. Now they're kind of letting go of that 3D element and really just focusing on whatever unconditional love means for them, and bringing it into their lives and the people around them. And this is yeah. I'm going to actually grab the bottom of the deck as well, which is miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Just always expect miracles in life. So that's a nice little magical sprinkling from the universe. But a new path. Okay. So, twin flames. Let's get into it. What is going on? What would be your energy? Twinsies? I'm feeling just this really kind of like washed, like I feel kind of like a wave right now. Which, to be honest with you, like I've just had a really big coffee like earlier, so it should be bouncing off the walls. But I'm actually feeling just like this really calm wave right now. So that's very interesting. All right, twin flames. All right, you, this is going to be your energy. I've got the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So let's get into the masculine energy. Divine masculine. What is the divine masculine's overall energy in this love situation for April 2023? What is the divine masculine's energy for April 2023? The lovers. Ooh, woo. Okay. So, couple things. Could be a Gemini starting off with. Could be a decision to make. I'm really focusing in on the butterflies on this picture, which is a very spiritual element of creation, which could be a part of this new beginning. Let's see what the divine feminine's overall energy is then for the month of April. Six of Pentacles. So we're looking at something that's perhaps not as balanced and indecision. So we've got a little bit of some opposite energies flowing. Let's see then what the blocks would be in this situation. Past position, blocks in this scenario. Kind of what is going on with that. Feeling a little like it's almost giving me like an angry vibe, which is very interesting because we have some compassion going on here. The Queen of Cups with this is full of love and sweetness. So what would be in the past position for the divine feminine? Oh, two flew out. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands and Judgment there. So moving on, moving forward, releasing something that hasn't that they've already felt like they've kind of learned a lesson, and feeling like, you know, they're meant to move on. So it feels like they made a decision and decided for themselves that they weren't going to sit in this energy of not being matched or fulfilled. And it feels like there's this strength in moving forward. I'm feeling like it's time. Definitely feeling like it's time. That's that's feeling like, you can even see the goosebumps on me right now, and that's feeling like what this first light is all about, moving forward in a new direction. But it's like there was thought involved in this. And it's like, with that determination to go forward, it feels like the divine feminine is understanding that, or like it feels light, and it feels determined, and it feels like it was meant to be. So then what is the divine masculine thinking about now in this connection? What are they thinking about now? Okay, 2 popped out. Definitely a very, very hopeful new beginning, gained from past experiences, learning. They've learned something in a way that's given them such faith and hope to move on their path. It feels like this is a destined path that they are following. It's like they were enlightened. They've been enlightened, and they now know that they need to continue on this path of love. It's like they've made a decision to accept love. Okay, so then what is the divine feminine thinking about in this situation? Oh, that was way too many. A little slippery. What is the divine feminine thinking about in this situation? What is divine feminine thinking about? Okay, so they're currently still reflecting. They're in a place of searching for the key to they're looking for that door to open, that opportunity that they're going towards. It's like they know it's there, and that this was given to them to follow. Like they've made that choice to continue forward. It's like, but they are very aware that this is going to be an inward journey to find, like, with that self-discovery of that self-love. What are they hoping for? What is the divine masculine hoping for in this scenario? What is the divine masculine hoping for? They're looking for a new beginning, a new message. They're literally on this new path. They're choosing this new path, and they are willingly going forward and allowing it to be what it's meant to be. It's like they're not trying to control the situation, and it's like they're really kind of taking the steps forward in a slower way, which is a very thoughtful and careful way, thoughtful and careful, and making sure that whatever they're doing on this new path, it all feels very, very inward, but just so knowing. Okay, let's see what the divine feminine is hoping for in this scenario. What is the divine feminine hoping for in this situation? What is the divine feminine hoping for? They're looking for it to start now. Like, this is, they've made that choice. They're on their way. It's like they're on their way to you. They're on their way to this yeah, it's like they've let go. They recognize that this love is a gift, and they are taking stock, going inside, finding that North Star, and they've been really kind of knowing that this is part of their purpose. And they've made the decision to start now. Start now and continue and into this new way of living, this very, very heartfelt way of living, because it's definitely been this miracle that they've been able to let go of something in their life. What is it that they were letting go of? What was the divine feminine letting go of? They were letting go of their divine masculine, their counterpart. They had to walk away from the divine masculine in order to, wow. So you must have been together, because it looks as if, it started out in this beautiful, just loving, deep, connected, and this deep connection, and definitely both knew that, like, this was such a enlightened meeting. It's like you both made that decision to go your separate ways and to go inward, because there was, if you didn't, the miracle of this love wouldn't be able to ignite your, it's like your heart chakra. Okay. I'm just going to let's see. Six of Cups. This is definitely about this new beginning. They are aware that it's been a gift from the divine, and they had to make the choice to let this beautiful connection go. And it was so lovely. I just want to say lovely. And they're just so aware that this was everything that they wanted and desired. And it was extremely, I think, challenging to give up that place of compassion. What is the Queen of Cups? Let's get into the past. Let's the Divine Masculine. Yeah, so I think they were just so overwhelmed and just indulged thoroughly in this connection and they were just so excited and exuberant and knew that this was their cup overfloweth, that they just were reveling in the beauty of this connection. Why did they have to let it go? Why did they have to let it go? Oh, oh. Okay, so we've got the Five of Cups. They were aware that they were aware that the Divine Feminine needed more than what they could provide. Needed more than what they could provide. And that's all that they wanted to do, was give the Divine Feminine the world. That's all that they wanted to do. But they weren't able to do that at the time. And so when they had to move on and thinking now, one card, please. Too many cards. So presently, how did they come to the realization that this was an enlightened connection? That this was their new beginning and the new path. Clarify the Star and the Queen of Wands, please. Clarify the Star and the Queen of Wands. They had to find their inner strength and courage to move away from you so that they can bring you the world, can bring you all the provisions that I'm saying you, but I'm meaning the Divine Feminine, everything that they needed from the relationship, from the connection. And it feels like it does have to do with finances, that the Divine Masculine felt that they were in a position where they were not able to provide in the way that they desired for the connection. And So with the divine feminine, if we can clarify the Six of Pentacles and the overall energy. Divine feminine. Feeling really slippery right now. I have this, sense of, or this feeling like it's not that the divine feminine needed to be provided for, and that might have just been where the disconnect has been. But it's definitely, there's definitely a disconnect of where it wasn't balanced at the time, and they were searching for the balance. Can we get a card for the overall energy of the Six of Pentacles, please? So we've got the Four of Swords. So they're definitely really thinking hard about the connection and what they both have to offer, or you both have to offer in regard to contributing and giving in the connection. And what does that mean? There's just a lot of thought. There's almost like a lot of worry and that was why they made the decision that it was best to move away. And they feel like it was a good decision. Like, even though it may have felt like they were giving up a part of them, a piece of them that they didn't want to give up. Like, they just didn't want to give that up. But they did, and they felt like it was the right course of action. So if we can clarify the Hermit, what they are currently doing, what are they currently thinking? Cards of the Hermit. What is the divine feminine currently thinking about with this connection in regard to the Hermit? Yeah, they felt like they took a big risk in moving away from the connection and moving into this new direction and beginning a different way of love. It's like they've definitely recognized that that's how they have to do it, at least for now. Because they know that it's definitely right, that the love that they feel for you is right, and it's given them so much wisdom and clarity in their own self and to move forward in their life. Let's see what the divine masculine is really wishing and hoping for in this connection in regard to the Ace of Pentacles. They feel like this is destined, that this was put on their path for a purpose. The divine feminine was meant to walk away. The divine masculine was meant to find his own inner strength and courage to really search out what love truly means or feels like, and to bring that into the 3D, into this new path, this new beginning in this first light. It feels like, you know, they're walking baby steps, but it feels like this miracle that they've been given. But that's why they had to tread thoughtfully. That's why they had to really be quite careful, because it was such a compassionate and beautiful connection. And so much ego got involved on the divine masculine side about needing to provide in a very physical way, of like, you know, house, home, finances, making sure that, you know, the divine feminine is essentially going to be provided for. And the divine feminine was not feeling like that was part of her plan. And there was a lot of worry and anxiety involved about that. And so they wanted their own independence. And that's why they felt like, even though this was a beautiful connection, that they're letting that go to see what is on the new horizon. Going inside, taking that risk, jumping in head first because they know it's right. And in the end, they just have this, all knowing that it was the right decision, regardless if you come back together in the 3D or not, because this love was meant to happen. Let me clarify the Ace of Wands, please. What are the hopes and dreams of the divine feminine in this connection? Nine of Wands, it's like they've surrendered themselves. They've given themselves over. And it's like, I feel like they're not letting the strife and worry from the connection actually take hold. It's like they've moved past that now, and they're surrendering themselves. They're asking. They are asking for that surrender from the divine. That is their, to go further and deeper into themselves, because they realize that the only way to unconditional love and to really letting go is to surrender. And it's like they don't entirely know what that looks like yet, but that's their path. They've recognized that the path is surrendering. Let's see what the fairies have to say about this connection. What do the fairies have to say about this connection? All my cards are really slippery, except for the first ones. They felt like really, the beginning ones felt really quite almost like anxiety. It wasn't angry, it was anxiety. That's what it was. But these ones have all been really slippery. What do the fairies have to say? What do the fairies have to say about this connection? That there is a lot of shadow and ego that needs to be that needs to be released and let go. It's about facing them, turning around and facing them head on, like acknowledging that the ego and thought are not heart-centered. And in order for them to follow this new path, this new beginning, and being enlightened in this position and following like their North Star per se, they have to step into their fears, anxieties, worries, and see that they are just thoughts, just form, really, and learn how to let those go and essentially surrender. So this is a reading of work right now. This is what it's really feeling like. Let's see what the divine masculine would like to say to the divine feminine in this time. What would the divine masculine like to say to the divine feminine in this time? I do love you. I just don't know how to show you right now. Because I feel like they've been really working at this journey of finding their own courage and confidence in themselves to really release these notions and understand that, you know, this was such a destined meeting, like pushed the divine masculine into doing this for themselves. And it's like they're struggling right now with the ego or because the physical was just so beautiful. The physical was so beautiful. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to not let that physical 3D life kind of take over. What would the divine feminine like to say to the divine masculine in this time? What would the divine feminine like to say to the divine masculine in this time? What would the divine feminine like to say to the divine masculine in this time? What would the divine feminine like to say to the divine masculine in this time? I regret the way that we left things. I mean, it definitely would show because of the, you know, not harsh decision, but like it was a determined decision made, you know, at a point of worry and anxiety, and it, you know, and it seems like even though, you know, it has this feeling like of compassion ultimately involved, that, you know, the divine feminine kind of had to make the decision that she had to make, but kind of wishes that it was maybe dealt with in a different way. But it would seem that the divine masculine, you know, already kind of knows that, and it is quite aware. It feels like, you know, they know that it wasn't meant in as a wrongdoing, because they do love the divine feminine, and they want to show them. They have this like want to show them in the 3D world and give them everything that they desire. It's still a part of them to do. So now they know that this is going to be a slower movement. Perhaps it'll come together in the 3D, but they are definitely now so much more at peace with the decision that was made to go on separately, because it feels so right. And same with the divine feminine. They knew that it was the right decision, and surrendering to the divine. Okay, twinsies, I'm going to leave it there. That is everything for your April 2023 Twin Flame love reading. It definitely feels like work, like strength and courage and moving forward in love, but separately. Like there's this understanding that separateness isn't exactly separate when it's on, you know, in an inner plane. Okay, that's everything. And I'm excited to see you next month in May. Take care. Bye now.